So there's a LGBT march going on in some area of the globe, and an Ancap YouTuber by the name of Esoteric Entity decided to respond to it with this image. Now, this isn't the first time Esoteric Entity has protested a protest, basically. You know, he protested the, I believe it was called March for Truth, by holding up an Ancap flag. You can find images of that on his Twitter. And I'd like to stress, this man is simply peacefully protesting, so I don't think he's doing anything illegal. I just think his image is really, really stupid. First off, there's a lot of glare in the picture, but you can still see the image just fine. It says an LGBT hand with a gun, and says, "Bake my cake," and then I assume the outline of a person is a business, and I don't know what that's... I think that second word is owner upon closer look, actually. Okay. So, why does this fail? Because it fails for multiple reasons. One of which is, you have to ask the question, would Esoteric Entity be saying the same thing during the Civil Rights Movement in the 1960s? I genuinely believe he would be, although he wouldn't be willing to say it now. I guarantee you if you put him in the 1960s, he would be holding up signs at a black protest saying, "Make my food," and then have a hand with that says black guy and a gun. I guarantee he'd be doing just that. These are the type of people who would have hated Martin Luther King in the 1960s. Because after all, you have the right to discriminate, don't you? Esoteric Entity, isn't that one of the ideas of anarcho-capitalism? You have the right to do whatever you want, including discriminate. So clearly someone like Esoteric Entity would be against the Civil Rights Act on that area alone because it made it illegal to discriminate against black people. Again, I don't think Esoteric Entity would ever admit that today, but it's undoubtable. It's undeniable that if you put him in the time, he would have said that. And if the answer is no, you wouldn't have done that, Esoteric Entity, then I have to ask, why is it okay to discriminate against the LGBTs but not against the blacks? Why is that okay? Is it because it's more recent? Is it because we had, as a society, said that that's completely abhorrent? Because there was a time when discrimination against black people was okay, Esoteric Entity. Would you have been fine with that then? It's just, there are so many ways that you can flip this and turn it into a different time. And that's the thing that I always like about these people, because the idea of progressives is, hey man, we just want everyone to be equal no matter what they do. We just believe individuals are best when they have very little, when the government has very little involvement in their social lives. I consider myself a social minarchist in that respect. And the government can help people in economic ways. People like this are like, no, there shouldn't be a government, So, because of that, I have to ask, would you respond the same way to someone like Martin Luther King? I believe he would have. And that's it. I'm Ephrom, and good night.